Dear students, just in the previous session, we learned the meaning of economic activities with examples and non-economic activities with examples. And now it is a time for us to differentiate between economic and non-economic activities, or you can just say differences between economic and non-economic activities. And this particular question you may expect clear. Remember, for about 5 marks or so, clear. There are five major differences. Clear. Each one of them let us discuss in detail. Observe. The very first, we need to know basic comparison. On what basis we compare economic and non-economic activities. First, we have to compare these economic and non-economic activities on the basis of definition, that is on the basis of meaning. Observe, economic activity refers to a human activity related to production and consumption of goods and services which are marketed and are valued in terms of money. Observe this, such a big definition. Here, the key terms are those activities which produce goods and services. Remember, activities related to production and consumption of goods and services, clear, which are marketed. When I use the word marketed, they're sold in the market and they're valued in terms of money. That means those goods and services produced with a commercial motive, with an intention to sell in the market and to make money. So, idea behind such activities is commercial motive or money or profit. That is a reason why we call economic activities. We have so many examples. We have discussed those examples. One or two, if you recollect, remember a farmer who is growing commercial crops, or what we call them as cash crops, like growing of coffee, tea, then sugarcane. Such crops, they are grown mainly with an intention to sell and to make money. Come back to the other side, non-economic activities. Remember, these non-economic activities are slightly different. What is the difference here? Let us see. On the basis of definition, when you compare, it refers to such human activities which are carried out without any commercial motive. Left hand side, under economic activity, you have a commercial motive, but here under non economic, without any commercial motive, there's no commercial motive behind this. And the resultant goods and services are not marketed or valued in terms of money. So, observe the basic difference. Here, the goods and services are produced, but intention is to earn money or make profit. But in the right hand side under non-economic, here also goods and services are produced, but there is no commercial motive, there is no idea to make money or profit. And here they are valued in terms of money, left hand side under economic, and right hand side they have not been valued in terms of money. So examples of non-economic activities, in our previous class we listed nearly six. For example, a doctor providing his service, clear, in a health camp, or let us say a musician or a singer who is organizing a big show for a social cause. Here, the money charged may be used for a good purpose, for a good cause, society at large. So there is no commercial motive. Such activities you can include under non-economic. Just if you know the meaning of both, one point of difference you'll get it. Then come to the second basic difference, that is scope. On the basis of scope, how you can differentiate between these two. Observe, economic activities explain the behavior of the employers and employees. Employers, employees, that is owners and workers of any business organization, or producers and consumers of a particular commodity. That means economic activity mainly include what kind of behavior and the relationship that exists between owners and the workers, producers and consumers of a particular commodity. Whereas non-economic activity, to the right hand side, what is the scope when you observe? It explains the behavior of the members of the family or social workers, because a non-economic activity mainly aims at self-satisfaction and there is no commercial motive behind it. That is why non-economic activity always clear considers the scope, or it includes the scope, the behavior of the members of the family or social workers. Come to point number 3, the third point, clear as a difference on the basis of outcome. How you can differentiate when you observe? Remember, production of goods and services and generation of income. See, economic activity produces goods and services and generates income. That means tangible goods and services are produced, and with the production of these goods as well as services, it generates income also, because the very motive behind economic activity is to generate income or to make money or to earn profit. There is a commercial motive. Whereas the right hand side, that is non-economic activity, personal satisfaction and social welfare through charitable works. Remember, here human sentiments are given topmost priority than money. That is why one such activity, clear, gives maximum personal satisfaction after the completion of such work. And even they can get that satisfaction only through welfare activities conducted for the good cause or for a social cause. Come to the next point, the fourth point of difference, inclusion in national income. Are we going to include those in NI, national income, or not? That is a basis here. Remember, economic activities are reflected in national income and output of any country. Now, the word national income is not new to you. When we learned the basic concepts of economics, we have learned meaning of the word national income. Remember, national income refers to total value of all the goods and services produced in a country during 1 year. We know the meaning. Remember, all the economic activities and their values, that is goods and services and their values, are reflected, they are included in NI or national income and output of a country. But the other side you observe, right hand side, non-economic activities, since there is no commercial motive, it will not generate any income, they are not reflected in NI and output. So what is the difference here? Economic, they are included in NI and output. Non-economic, they are not included in NI and output. Come to point number 5, on the basis of motivation. So basis of comparison is motivation. Economic activities, under that what you need to know, pragmatic outlook towards life. When I say pragmatic, clear, more practical than theoretical, because money motive, commercial motive is there. That's why they think practically than theoretical. Whereas the other side, that is non-economic, it is idealistic or altruistic attitude. See, observe, pragmatic, idealistic. Then point number 6, that is reoccurrence or recurrence. Recurrence, under that, under this basic comparison, how we can compare the differences. Let us observe. Here, economic activities, they are performed regularly by different individuals or organizations. See, in the very beginning, when we discussed human activities, we made a mention that every human being performs one or the other activity, and every human being keeps himself or herself engaged in one or the other activity, and he performs continuously that activity in order to earn money, because commercial motive is there. He has to lead his life, so to earn the livelihood he continues and performs that activity regularly by different individuals or organizations. Then come to the other side, non-economic, performed particularly during leisure time or spare time. Remember, such selfless services carried by Clear? NGOs, that is non-governmental organizations, or any particular association or individuals or by a family member, clear, they may carry on such non-economic activity without any commercial motive, particularly at a particular time, let us say, or whenever they have a spare time or a leisure time, and this is not reoccurring always, but the economic activities, they are regularly occurring. See, these 3 points observe. Inclusion in NI, under that economic activities are included, non-economic activities are not included. Under the heading motivation, what you have to focus, economic is pragmatic outlook, but the other side, it is idealistic or altruistic. Clear? And recurrence, if you think of economic, regularly they are carried, but these are not carried regularly. Normally they are carried during the leisure time or spare time. So altogether, 6 points of differences we have learned in the form of table. Please try to understand all the 6 points thoroughly. Practice well. You may expect this question in section B for 5 marks. If you have understood economic and non-economic activities, meaning and examples clearly in the previous class, whatever we have discussed, this what you call division or the differences will become quite clear for you. Learn all the 6 points thoroughly, practice well. You may expect this question clear. Thank you. Let us wind up the class.